Matt Murdock may have a new client, but he's going to need a new pair of glasses because they were absolutely smashed at the end of this episode. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. This one was called Optics. It's Season 1 of Daredevil Born Again, Episode 2. Was it better than the premiere? I think it maybe was ever so slightly, but I'm not going to change my mind, and the jury for me is still out. This show is boring.
Yep, it's very boring. I'll be the judge, you be the jury, and someone could be the executioner. Maybe Big John Barfield, the Punisher, could be the executioner, but it's very bland, it's very boring, and there's just not a lot to it. You know, it's fucking cringe is what it is, you know what?
Right, so we start the episode with two random guys picking on some other guy down in the train station underground. A character by the name of Hector comes down. He sees these two men picking on this kid, so he decides to go over and tries to break it up. They say, keep your nose out of business, it doesn't involve you. But he gets into it anyway, and he starts brawling with the two guys, and the kid that was getting punched and pushed around, he runs off. And after the brawl, one of the guys tries to attack Hector. He falls off into the incoming train. Blood splatters, bang. Blood mist, Hector's face. He's technically just, going to get done for murder here, maybe manslaughter, we don't know. Turns out that these are two cops, and that means Hector's kind of screwed because they were trying to arrest some guy, and if you kill a cop in New York City, you're screwed, you're done, you're finished.
Do you think it's a cringy American thing, though? Oh, look, you kill a cop of the police, but now we're all against your brother. I mean, you actually, you look at it, or I mean, maybe it's, but I think every TV show I watch that's based in NY City, New York City, it's always the same pitch. They just repeat this rhetoric when a cop dies. It's like, oh, that's us all against you now. I don't know. You look at real life. It's like, see when cops get killed, right? Or oh, the cop actually does the right thing. Look how much it gets turned on the actual force. I think this is almost an attempt to vilify fucking police forces.
Maybe, potentially, I don't know. Anyway, Hector gets a new lawyer by the name of Matt Murdock. We call him Daredevil, you can call him Matt Murdock. He comes in.
I call him shite. Blind and shite.
So Matt Murdock comes in, says he's going to represent him. He wants to know the truth. Hector gives him the truth. Matt Murdock believes that he didn't kill this guy, but he thinks there's something missing. He thinks there's something that Hector's not telling him. And then Matt Murdock gets his crew, I don't know, his lawyer buddy, and some other guy who's just hanging around like a bad smell at this point. They go and
get a suit for him.
Yeah, they go and get a suit from his wife, and when the guy's looking for the suit, he finds this costume, and then he reports back to Matt Murdock, and it turns out that Hector is actually a vigilante, and I think he's called the White Lotus or something like that. So
this is some of the most fairyest, pathetic. It's the Punisher, right? At least he wears like a fucking body. He wears like a big bit of body armor. It's John Barfield. At least it's a bit cool. I mean, they're in court, right? You're not getting bail, but no, he's not getting bail. Then he's like, can we have this stuff stricken from the record? So that he doesn't go out at night in a big gimp costume, and then the other guy like what the fuck's this?
And then Matt Murdock's like, yeah, but he wasn't wearing his suit. He wasn't wearing his suit when he did it. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's alright.
that would be like
that actually makes it worse then.
That would be like, I don't know. That would be like some trained heavyweight champion of the world boxer just beating somebody up, and the argument from the lawyer is the criminal lawyer, he's like maybe saying, here, his hands are classified as dangerous weapons, so therefore he needs to be more careful. And then the defense lawyer's like, yeah, but he wasn't wearing his gloves, It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So Matt Murdock thinks that they should let the whole vigilante thing go because he wasn't wearing his suit. Well, good for him. I mean, great. And then the key witness, the guy that he did save, the cops come after him, I guess, to try and eliminate him because that could be the deciding factor on whether Hector gets sent down or not. So the cops think that if they get rid of this guy, then obviously it's two birds, one stone, because they apparently wanted rid of him, or they tried to get something from him in the first place, or else they wouldn't have been attacking him underground in the train station.
Yep.
So they try and kill him, but Matt Murdock gets there first. He sends him away, and then the two cops come in. They beat up Matt Murdock, and then they pull a gun out, and he says, I recommend you wouldn't do that, but at this point they've just battered him, so they probably think, what's this blind lawyer going to do? But then he starts kicking their ass, and I think he kills them both.
Yep, snaps one of their necks. The other guy got his arm snapped and then choked out or something. So, both dead.
Yeah, and that's how the episode ended for a Matt Murdock perspective. In terms of Kingpin, or we can call him, Fisk, or
with
Mayor Fisk.
Tony Soprano's son in here.
Aye, good for him.
Did he look like
Michael Gandolfini?
Big Michael Gandolfini.
He plays Daniel Blake. Right, there was one scene where Fisk is driving. He gets stuck in like a car pileup or whatnot.
Traffic jam, you fucking retard. A car pileup. I didn't see any fucking cars crashed into each other.
Anyway, he gets out and there's a hole and there's a bunch of construction guys just standing around going, we haven't been given permission to work on this hole.
So what the fuck are you doing then?
And then Fisk just goes, fill that hole with cement. And then all of a sudden, Fisk says, fill that hole with cement. And then like about 20 different cameramen just appear out of nowhere. And he's like, this is what I'm talking about. When I say I'm going to get things done for New York. And it's like, what the fuck? Mate, you're filling a hole with cement? I mean, it's not the greatest achievement to man ever. It's like, what the hell is that? And then him and his wife went to some psychiatrist.
They went to therapy. The woman who's like related to Daredevil, who knows? Then he met this commissioner guy at the funeral.
Therapy's pathetic, man.
It is.
I don't care if you're Fisk or Joel Miller or
Tony Soprano. It's fucking
no, it is. There's a reason why Tony doesn't want anybody to know he goes to therapy.
Aye. Anyway, he threatens the commissioner's family, gets him to stay with like no upgrades on the police package for New York.
Yeah, you know what? This backfired on the commissioner because earlier when Fisk turned up to the funeral, he was like, you're an arsehole. A leopard can't change the spots. I don't trust you. You'll always be kingpin to me, blah, blah, blah. And then when he goes to hand in his resignation, Fisk has him over the wall, has him bent over the barrel because he shows off a picture of his family. It's like, here, something could happen here if you don't stay. So
you don't like that Philly cheesesteak, boy.
So then he ends up staying, but like with no perks, no rewards, no nothing. So he should have, I don't know, maybe he should have worked something out. But I mean, that was it. Fisk filled a hole with cement. He went and got therapy. He got the chief of the police to stay on board. Matt Murdock killed two guys, took up this White Lotus guy as his client, and that was it. No Punisher, no John Bernthal, no nothing.
Nothing.
And we got to see Michael Gandolfini's son. Michael.
Aye.
James
James Gandolfini.
That's the one.
I'll give it a 4 out of 10. It was alright.
Yeah, I'll get a 5. I'll get a 5. No, actually, I'm not. I'm going to get a 4. 4 out of 10, guys. Look, I'm not saying I'm not saying it's awful, but it's just boring, and I do feel like it's hard to follow at times.
Aye.
I feel like there's a lot of scenes where you're going thinking, like, what's happening here?
Do you know, before we wrap up, do you know it's got the pacing of a movie? Like, it cuts, like, a TV show, let stuff breathe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the pacing and
Daredevil will turn around and say, right, I'm going to do this, and in the next scene, he'll be mid-conversation with the thing he was about to do.
Yeah, strange. Anyway, guys, that's it. 4 out of 10. We'll catch you in the next one. Let us know your thoughts down below. Episode 3 coming soon. While we get John Bernthal, fingers crossed. Let's hope. Till next time, peace.